King Charles has been doing a King Brilliant job since day one. Long may it continue. Great news to start the weekend. Let's get reaction from my Friday A-team. Sally Morgan, Alpesh Patel and Mike Hollingsworth. Listen, Alpesh, King Charles has had cancer. It's devastating. He's making what we hope is a recovery. But in a sense, it's been the making of him.
I've met that wonderful man many, many times. He is warm. He is incredibly hardworking, as you rightly say. And I'm so pleased he's back to work for one simple reason. Looking at me, you will know one thing about me. I want to bring back the British Empire. No, I want to bring back the British Empire. And you can't do that without a king. So that's why we need the king. Forget all this president stuff. No, you need him because you can't have an empire without a king.
I know the king. That is the ultimate name drop, isn't it? I know King Charles. Can you do better than that?
He's got a firm grip. He's got a firm grip.
Is that right?
Well, I knew his first wife. That maybe is that better than that? No, but I'm so pleased that he's back to work. And of course, you know, he wants to get back to work because of his darling wife, who he calls his darling. She has been holding it all up there for him, and she's very tired at the moment, so I think that it gives him great pleasure to feel that he can go out there and he can be shaking the hands, give her a bit of a rest.
Yeah, most definitely. Of course, you were Diana's psychic, were you not? An advisor, confidant.
I was her confidant. I like that, because 4.5 years every single day on the phone, you certainly do get to know someone.
And if she were here, she would be rooting for his recovery, wouldn't she?
She would, because even though they were divorced, she loved him very much there. And, of course, the boys. So she would be there rooting for the king.
Indeed so. And I think, importantly, Mike Hollingsworth, what King Charles has achieved is to remove the stigma around cancer.
Yes, he has indeed, and that's a good thing. I'm not a monarchist, but I wish him well, obviously, and as a joint cancer sufferer, I empathise with him. And I met him. I haven't met him as many times as you have, but...
You're not his bosom buddy?
No,
I'll invite you the next time.
I'm not his bosom buddy. But I did go to the palace not many weeks ago with my ex-wife, Anne Diamond, and I was amazed. Somebody who'd never really been a monarchist herself was absolutely struck by him, and, like a lot of people, almost went weak at the knees when she was talking to him. You can see her there, and if you look very closely, she looks like she's gone weak at the knees.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And you are in the background there. Did your trip to the palace turn you into a monarchist?
No. I like all the palace stuff, but then for instance, I go to France, which hasn't had a monarch for a very long time, but I still like going around the palaces and having a look at all the things that they've done. I'm very fond of that. And actually, I think that's one of the reasons that in this country, if we did away with the monarchy, we would still get the number of visitors we do.
We wouldn't have the stability, though, would we?
What do you think, Sally? You think it brings stability?
I'm a great monarchist and I'm a royalist and I love them. And I think that they bring so much money into our country. And look how everyone is thrilled that he's back to work. You know, we need a monarchy. We need a monarchy. We need it because we need stability at the moment, and they bring that to us.
Well, yeah, because you have to worry, Alpesh, if it wasn't King Charles, it could be President Blair or President Lineker.
We'd be revolting on the streets at the thought of any of it.
Come off it. Come off it.
Given his recovery, I think the channel should be called UK News, not GB News. I mean,
that's not a bad.
Come on,
Mike. You're not happy with the suggestion?
That's what everybody comes up with: President Blair or President. You know, the wrong names. But when you look at Ireland, which has had a very good succession of presidents, and also, if the all you get is the family of the president. You don't get all the hangers-on that our royal family does. And, you know, as for bringing in a lot of money, I still maintain that money would come into the country regardless of whether we had a monarch.
But he's really trimmed it down, hasn't he?
He's trimmed it down.
He's trimmed it down.
Too much.
I think too much.
I think they need.
There's not enough people on the balcony.
I am happy to volunteer my services as part of the royal family. There you go.
Why?
You got two.
Why do we need them all? Why do we need them all?
Bring back Prince Andrew. What else have you got to do?
There's so many duties. is, and there aren't enough people to go around.
Now, Mike, I agree with you. I think people would still come to the UK because it's a great destination globally.
Indeed.
Anyway, London, one of the best cities in the world. The palace will still be there, all the pomp and ceremony. But what about the soft international diplomatic power?
Definitely.
The fact is that when King Charles goes to Paris, he stays in the Élysée Palace. When he goes to Washington, he stays in the White House.
Where has King Charles gone since his coronation?
Well, he's not been well.
Give him a chance.
He wasn't well when he got
Planning to go to Australia very shortly.
It's almost the year-long anniversary of the coronation, and he was in power before then, and he hasn't gone anywhere. Australia, New Zealand, they haven't seen him. And those countries were expecting to keep the monarch as their head of state.
But you don't answer my question. The soft diplomatic power of the royal family is second to none. If it was an ex-politician that was our president, they wouldn't get the red carpet treatment.
It doesn't have to be an ex-politician. Like I say, in the case of Ireland, it was lawyers, it was barristers, it was people who were internationally well-known.
Do you really want a dusty lawyer representing the nation, Michael? I mean, Mike, you're the king of showbiz. You've launched so many careers. How can you possibly get behind the idea of some boring old president?
Well, if you're challenging me like that, I could find you quite a number of people.
All right, well, you raise an absolutely tantalising question, Alpesh Patel and Sally. If we had a president, who should it be?
Come on. I don't even want
Richard
one.
Branson.
No, I'm going to be at
Sir
the Tower
Elton
of
John.
London
President
before the end of the
Elton John.
evening. I answer that question, and I'm going to be marched off by the guards.
Charles knows where you live because he's your mate.
Yeah, well, he's around quite often, so there you go.
Oh, my goodness me, Alpesh, we'll have to have a little conversation.
What do you think? Who would make a good president if we didn't have a monarchy?
Well, not Farage, first of all. No. He would love to be,
King
but
Nigel?
no, not
Got a
King
nice ring
Nigel.
to it?
No. Well,
No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't.
Come on, Nigel.
He's a very
I can't think of
guy.
anyone except him and, of course, William eventually. They're perfect.
Mike, you'd like to see the end of the monarchy, but will it happen?
I'd be happy to see a transition which included someone like Prince
You mean
William.
a trans monarch? That's quite interesting. There's an idea, Mike.
No, I'm not suggesting that.
Queen/king.
No, I
What you'd like to see? Are you thinking that Charles stays king and then the Republic comes in after that? What's the master plan?
And then maybe William and Kate could be the first president.
That's an interesting thought. What about that?
No, we've had a republic and it didn't turn out that well, did it? Lots of heads on spikes, and it would just divide the country even more than it already is divided.
Sally, is it too soon for the king to go back to work? He's a famous workaholic. Shouldn't he stay home and get well?
Well, I think he should, because I don't think he is well at the moment.
Yeah.
But you're not going to stop him. As I said, I think he's looking at Camilla, he's looking at the Queen, and he's seeing how tired she is. He's also seeing how he is needed. He's needed at the moment. The country need him. And he's decided that he will go back, but I do think it is too soon. But they won't let him, the system will not let him become too tired. He's still going to be having lots of treatment and possibly, I feel, Sally Morgan protection coming up, everybody. A little procedure.
This will happen.
A little procedure that he might have to go in and have. And I think maybe another couple of months, and you could say he's almost on the mend, but he's not on the mend just yet.
Right, so you are a renowned psychic. Your belief, your instinct and your expertise tells you think in the end, in the long run, following possibly one more procedure...
Yeah, he's going to have another procedure.
Right,
He'll go into
potential operation.
Yep.
And then, but you think the prognosis is good, that he'll be all right in the long run?
Well, I do. I think that he's having the best treatment, but I thought your question was, is he going back to work too soon?
Yeah.
At the moment, I feel he is, but he's a workaholic.
He is.
I'm a workaholic. You're a workaholic.
Do you know what it is also, Alpesh? He's watched Baby Reindeer on Netflix. OK? He's done How I Met Your Mother and The Sopranos. He's seen enough box sets, and he'd rather shake hands with people, receive flowers and open hospital wings.
I think that he is the #1 patriot, by definition. And we need more of those in the country. And he's a role model for people who are thinking, well, shall I put my feet up, or shall I actually go out and do something better for the country? And I think that's what we have in the King.
Well, even Mike Hollingsworth, an absolutely devoted Republican, is smiling at the news that the King is making a recovery, back at work on Monday. Congratulations, King Charles.